is for brethren to dwell together in unity. When I was growing up, they had a game they called Tug of War. And as kids, when we had no fancy, expensive toys, and we went out in the backyard or the front yard to play games, we were very creative. We played skipping with skipping ropes. We had a game we called Dandy Shandy, where you stuffed the juice box when you were finished with it, and we'd throw it at each other in a ring. And all those creative games that we played as children. But Tug of War was very interesting because on one end you would have a group of kids, and on the other end you would also have a group of kids. There were two sides, and we had a rope in the middle that we were tugging on either end. And the thing about Tug of War is that when you go in that game, you had to prepare that maybe you would fall and hurt yourself, maybe you could break a finger, break a leg, break something. You could fall and be bruised and battered or somehow got hurt in this game because you had people pulling you and you were pulling on either end. So there was great force and great opposition, and of course nobody wants their team, their side to lose, and that is the game. But for some reason I never stopped and wondered, what were we to learn from this game? Until recently I thought to myself that, but there are really no winners when we're pulling against each other. The only thing that we can be assured is that somebody may fall and be hurt or be bruised or broken or battered. And I thought about it and I said, as adults, we're not playing this game with that rope of tug of war as we played as children, but we're now playing with these invisible ropes. As a matter of fact, it's no longer a game, and we have these invisible ropes that we tug against each other, and we pull and we hurt each other with gossip, and we tug each other with lies and slander, and we tug so hard and we pull and hurt each other in business, in ministry, in families. It's all of this divide, and sometimes we're not even careful how much hurt we inflict on each other. And I realized that's what the game Tug of War should have taught us, that for as long as we're not working together, coming together, pulling together, then we're not guaranteed that together we will reach our goal, that together we will accomplish what we've set out to do. I want to say to somebody today, the Word of God tells us that when we work together in unity, it's beautiful, it's pleasant, we accomplish so much more, we can go so much further, we can do so much more, not just for our families, but our ministries, our communities. I want to encourage the believers, let us be a conduit of peace in our homes first. Let us be a conduit of peace, my God, in our communities, wherever you are, where God has strategically placed you. It might be on a job, it might be in a school, it may be in corporate America, or wherever you are placed. I want to remind you that you are there so that you can be for God in the midst of His people, a conduit of peace. Today the world needs peace. Today the world needs hope. There's a lack of hope. There's a lack of peace. And no wonder so many people are suffering from depression and discouragement and anxiety. But if we are reminded of our purpose, why am I here? Am I here to tug and war with my brethren, with my friends, with my family? Or am I here to bring peace in my home? Am I here to bring peace among the people around me? Am I here to bring peace on my job? Let us put aside the invisible tug of war that we've been playing with each other, hurting each other, abandoning each other, criticizing each other, bringing each other discomfort and pain. But let us work together. Not just work, but let us dwell. We live in a state of peace and unity. Let that be our goal today. In your church, in my church, in your home, in my home, in your community, in my community. Give a helping hand to somebody today. It might be a senior carrying a bag that's heavy. Give a hand. You might be on the train. Somebody needs peace. Somebody needs love. Somebody needs a word of hope. Someone needs a word of encouragement. Behold, a word spoken in due season, how good it is. It's like health to the bones. Let your word bring healing. Let your word bring peace. Let your word bring comfort. Let your word bring cheer. Why are you here? God has you here for a purpose, and I just want to remind you of that. Bring a word of peace, of comfort, of cheer to a heart that's aching, to a heart that's hopeless, to a heart that's in despair, to a heart that's broken, to a heart that's bruised. Through you, God can mend a broken heart today. Through you, God can heal a broken heart. Through you, God can mend a broken family, a broken man, a broken woman, a broken child. Through you, God can do great things and bring peace to our land. We cry for revival, and I want a revival too. We cry for peace, and I want peace too. We cry for love, and I too need love. But let it start with us, each and every one of us. Let it start with you. Let peace begin with you. Let love begin with you. Let hope begin with you. And if in our own corner, each and every one of us says, I am going to start the revival. I am going to start the revival for peace.
In a world full of distractions, information overload, and negative influences, parents have to be vigilant to raise godly children. In Warrior Mom, author Carone Gordon encourages parents who are fresh on the battlefield or those who are already battle-worn. Warrior Mom serves to empower mothers who want to see God's plan fulfilled in their children. Available at Amazon, your local bookstore, or call 1-800-473-5106. That's 800-473-5106.